Update diary. What's going on Monday? Mr. Tactan's life. You see, part of it and all of it is based on the reality, which comes through numbers, and an understanding that what happens when you mix colors together, and understanding what happens when you paint red over red without a glove. I'm painting red over red because somehow I can distinguish two levels of red, and it's not exactly the same red. I don't know why, but I can see the difference. And since I can see the difference and I have poor vision, the reality of the understanding inside my thought of poor vision is I don't see the way you see because I have stigmatism. But I don't wear my glasses, so the better I try to take away that stigmatism through my painting, you will now see how I see. But when I put on this, it takes away the light, a certain light that just bothers my eye and I can't see. Okay, so I can't see the fine detail, and sometimes the fine detail is so minute, the same way as you can't see your germs, is looking at the picture in the back. Now, I can't see that perfectly. Without my glasses, I can see it much better, but there's a blur. This cuts out the blur. I need to put hue and men in my eyes. Human. The HU, 8 and 21, 7 by 3, 4 by 2. 24 and 21, 45. Dead center. You know that eyeball over there is just parts of parts. It's from the left, it's from the right, and it's from the center. I know. Take the bow. No. If I bow, you'll see my stern. But what will happen to my sex? I will be Ella. I will be an ironing board on one side. So if two people bow down back to back, squarely it creates the letter T, an ironing board, and the earth is the other connection to your feet, creating the other T inside of I and I, the reality of why I doesn't exist without 9. In Roman numerals, you can't actually differentiate the one line to the number 1 to the value of Roman numerals V1 or 1V, because no matter how you look at 1 and V, which is not a 1 and V, but it's supposed to be an A. It can't be because it's a straight line. If it's part of the Roman numerals, it's got to be an I or an L, 9 or 12. Now 9 goes with 1 and 9 goes with 2 because 9 is 3 parts of 3. It took AB and AB and AB to be the value of that. And then you have to plug it in. So you have to take the full value of ABC and plug it into the 4 corners. Now we have a link to one side, the link to the other side, the two sides don't match, and we rock and roll. Where do we rock and roll? The top story, the middle story, or the bottom story? Which one do we roll? Automatically, by rolling out to this one, okay, there's a chance in the other world, see this one in the center, comes with the core. Then we grow 4 parts of an apple. So you move this one over here. These two are the same. You move these two. This one over here. These two remain the same. So the reality is you move 4 centers of 9-face cube. This is one cell. This is 4 sides of one cell. The open space is the movement for the corners. See the open space? It shows 4 sides, right? But there's 4 sides of 3 because I'm holding it. And then 3 are even keel and 1 is up. The angles, the angle here and the angle here, 22.5. 15 times 15, the letter O. The circle of the letter O is the nut of the totality of 1, a seed. It is not broken anywhere but within its own whole, but it comes in pieces and parts. That is made up of the elements of pieces and parts of prime. Multiplying prime within one element will create the seed. Give me 3 parts of iron. Give me 2 parts. Give me 1 part of this. It's that 1 part of what that creates what. When we're creating, we want to know where our parts come. Do not forget, one is sandpaper. The other one is the liquid that brings forth the sandpaper, the sand and the water. The matter of anything, irregardless of what it is basically a sand, okay, that can, now I'm not going to get into science right now. So you understand I'm painting a red wall right now, and I just found something in here that I was not happy to see. Very uncomfortable with what I just saw. Mary Jane, thrown out in a little thing, and it's not supposed to be here, and it shouldn't be here. Anyways, the next thing that I wanted to bring out, to continue with the Roman numerals, is that M is the 13th letter, but it's equal to 1,000. So if I would reflect M as the 13th letter, okay, it would be 13,000. But 1 plus 3 equals 4. So now M equals 4. But 1 times 3 equals 3. So M equals 3,000, M equals 4,000, but M equals 4,000 inside the addition of 3 plus 1. The X versus the plus. 2, 4, 6, 8. Add 1. 1 is the center. 1, 3, 5, and 9 are all the centers. In the center of something is 1. Now don't forget, 1 is in the center of 5. The reality that when all ones meet together, you create a 5. If I turn it from 1 cube here, I'm turning 1, 2, 3, 4, counted as one face and counted as the heater. But if I put a cube here, and a cube here, and a cube here, and a cube here, and this corner cube is the same one in each one, that's 4, and the 5th one runs it. This is this face, this face, this face, and this face. That's your 36. Your 37 runs it. But then you have 38, 39, 40. 41, excuse me, it runs it. Here is the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 1. No, it's 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. But if we had to fill up the entire thing, adding in the bridge, we'd go 9, 9, 9, 9, 36 plus 3, and 3, and 3, and 3 over here at the bottom, which would connect the stem or the stand. But 3, 6, 9, 12, plus 1 in the center connects them all, is 13, and that's your Monopoly board. 1 and 3, the letter M. So 13 plus 36 equals to 49, 7 by 7, the 7th gate. Nibiru, dream, night, day, counting numbers. When you count 1 to 18, it equals 181. When you count 1 to 36, it equals 366. When you count 19 to 36, although 19 and 18, okay, is RS, it's ours, equals 37. This equals 54 to the sun. Creation of the sun, 1, 2, 3, 36, 46, and 8 is 54, 64, 73. 36, 40, 54, 64, 73, Nibiru. 36, 18, 54, the sun. 19 and 18, 37. 37 in French is Dix, 10. The representation of 37 and 37, two skies is 74, which is Jesus. Je suis, I am. SAI, I don't know if it's in here, but SAI is 1919, which creates the first 10. S creates J. S connects two sides because it's the 19th number. 666 minus 181 is 666, 485. 48 is space. 85 is the energy because of what it creates and where it comes from. It becomes fire, and it becomes the speed, and maybe it's air. I don't know how the composition of everything comes to be. But don't forget, everything is stopped to be that. If you say air is this, then it is stopped. What would happen if we do something else to air? So it was created, they tried the higher, they did the lower, they did it all. The compositions that we live with are the exacts, they're built in. But what if there was more? What if there was a block that was stopping it from being more? Remove that impossibility, because it is possible. Because this world was made to be where it is. So if you think you can just remove one item, we can do the numbers. Okay, and I can see deeper how those numbers fit together. If they fit together, the reality must exist. So whatever you thought was the impossible is actually not the impossible, but the improbable, because of the numbers that you work with. That if we can change one piece of the reality, then all the numbers will change. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, Roman numerals, coming up in one of my next videos. And again, understanding where is the ace position. The 7 and 8 card in cards, is that an ace position? Do I need a swinging wheel to have a 9th position controlling inside four corners of 1 quarter, 141, giving me my 9? If it was just a face, it would be the 5, but would be the one spirit going this way in the 5. Why? Because as you're turning this way, this one and this one at the opposite ends are going nowhere. But this one and this one, now, see this, when we turn these around, the ones in the center are going nowhere. You follow what I'm saying? How the center one moves. When it moves, when it doesn't move. 4 and 2, 4, 1 and 2, the bad cat in the circle of life. Turntable, 33, 45. 3 and 3, 3 times 3, 9, 6, 15. 3 and 5, 15 and 8, 23. 23 and 15, 38. House of the church. Thank you.